Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to Sandal College Boys Section Online Class 7. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. Here is Akhtar Saeed, your English teacher, with another lecture of lecture number 52, unit number 4. We are discussing the CAREW murder case. These days we are doing its exercises. In this connection, we will start today with part B. Part B is working with words. Question number 2. Question number 2 is find a word or an expression in the story that is exactly the same as those in the list below. Very interesting question. When you have found the correct words, use them in sentences of your own. A period of reflection or thought. We'll find a word that has the exact meaning as are reflected in this phrase. A period of reflection or thought. Can you guess what may be the word? That is musing. Deep thought it means. Now we have found the word from the text who has the same meaning as of a period of reflection or thought. Musing is the word. Now we'll use musing in a sentence. The sentence may be, sometimes I fall into a dream of musing about the current state of pandemic. Sometimes I fall into a dream of musing कि मैं कभी कभार गहरी सोच में चला जाता हूँ about the current state of pandemic. ये जो pandemic की या जो कोरोना वायरस की जो current state है उसके बारे में सोचते हुए. B. Broken into pieces. It is rather easy, that is shattered. Shattered is the word that is in the text. Now the sentence is, this table has a shattered leg. This table has a shattered leg. Now C, serious. The word that is there in the text is solemn. Solemn means serious. Now we'll use solemn in a sentence. The teacher looks very solemn. The teacher looks very solemn. D. A person's height. Can you guess the word in the text that has the same meaning as a person's height? That is stature. Stature. The sentence may be, Mr. Hyde was a man of small stature. Mr. Hyde was a man of small stature. E. A state of great comfort and expense. A state of great comfort and expense. The sentence from the text is luxury. Luxury. And the sentence may be, she is living a life of luxury. She is living a life of luxury. Now, last one, that is F. A small piece of coal or wood that is glowing in the dying fire. A small piece of coal or wood that is glowing in the dying fire. A bit lengthy explanation of a word. The word is actually amber that is there in the text. Now we'll use this word amber in our own sentence. That is, the burning embers in the grate. Grate आतिशदान को कहते हैं जो कमरे में बनाई जाती है कमरे को गर्म करने के लिए. The burning embers in the grate were casting a glow on her face. With this, question number 2 comes to an end. We'll draw a line like this, and from here the next question starts. That is question number 3. Question number 3 is, what do you think is meant by each of the following proverbs? Very interesting question. We'll try to explain proverbs in our own words. A. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Very famous proverb. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Its meaning is, we should also play along with work or we shall become dull. We should also play along with work or we shall become dull. That is the meaning of this proverb. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. It also means that there should be balance among the work and your games and your sports. B. As you make your bed, so must you lie in it. As you make your bed, so must you lie in it. Its meaning may be one should take responsibility of one's own actions. One should take responsibility of one's actions. C. C is honesty is the best policy. A very famous proverb. Honesty is the best policy. We can explain it in our words. It is best to be honest in one's affairs. It is best to be honest in one's affairs. D. Don't make a mountain out of a molehill. A very famous proverb again. Don't make a mountain out of a molehill. Its meaning is one should not treat unimportant things as if they were very important. One should not treat unimportant things as if they were very important. कि हमें छोटी छोटी बातों को, गैर ज़रूरी बातों को गैर ज़रूरी अहमियत नहीं देनी चाहिए. E. Don't put the cart before the horse. Don't put the cart before the horse. We can explain it in this way. Things should be done in the right order. Things should be done in the right order. F, that is the last but not the least. Half a loaf is better than no bread. Half a loaf is better than no bread. We should be thankful to God for what we have. We should be thankful to God for what we have. I must advise you to act upon this proverb. We should always be thankful to God for what Allah Almighty has blessed us with. That's all of today's lecture, dear students. If you have any problem, if you have any question, you may contact me in the feedback group. I'll be there to answer your questions. Till some next lecture, take a very good care of yourself and your dear ones. Thank you very much.